YOUTUB script, Arsenal's returning SDARS and Sunderland showdown. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's explosive update, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we're bringing you the latest Arsenal news every single day. Today we've got massive news about returning players, injury updates, and what this means for the upcoming fixtures. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one, so let's jump straight in. So Arsenal fans, we're finally getting some incredible news on the injury front. After what's felt like an eternity of dealing with a depleted squad, Mikel Arteta is about to welcome back a whole host of key players just in time for some crucial fixtures. We are talking about Bukayo Saka, Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, Jurrien Timber, and potentially some other faces that could make a massive difference in our push for silverware this season. The timing couldn't be better, especially with some challenging matches coming up, including that clash against Sunderland in cup competition. Let's start with the big one, Bukayo Saka. Our starboy has been out dealing with a hamstring issue that's kept him sidelined for several weeks now. The impact of his absence has been felt across the entire team. Saka isn't just a goal threat, he's the creative heartbeat on that right wing. His ability to take on defenders, create space, and deliver those pinpoint crosses into the box is something Arsenal has desperately missed. The stats don't lie either. When Saka plays, Arsenal's win percentage shoots up significantly, and the team just looks more dangerous going forward. The good news is that reports are suggesting Saka is back in full training and looking sharp. Arteta has been cautious with his return, which is absolutely the right approach. We don't want to rush him back only to see him suffer a relapse, but from what we're hearing, he's responding well to treatment, his fitness levels are back up, and he's eager to get back on that pitch. For the Sunderland match, even if he starts on the bench, having him available as an option changes everything. Defenders know that at any moment, Saka could come on and tear them apart. Now let's talk about Leandro Trossard. He is a player who's been so important to Arsenal's success over the past couple of seasons. Trossard's versatility is his superpower. He can play on the left wing, he can operate as a false nine, he can even tuck into midfield when needed. His football intelligence is off the charts. When Arsenal needs someone to make the right decision in the final third, Trossard is your man. He's been dealing with a minor knock that's kept him out of recent matches, but the signs are positive that he'll be available for selection. What makes Trossard so valuable is his consistency. He might not always grab the headlines, but he's always contributing. Whether it's a goal, an assist, or just his pressing and work rate, he makes the team better. Against a side like Sunderland, who will likely sit deep and make life difficult, having Trossard's experience and ability to find pockets of space will be crucial. He's scored some important goals for Arsenal in cup competitions before, and you can bet he'll be hungry to add to that tally. Gabriel Jesus is another massive boost for Arsenal. Jesus has had a frustrating season with injuries, but when he's fit and firing, he transforms this Arsenal attack. His movement is exceptional. He's constantly dragging defenders out of position, creating space for others to exploit. His link-up play with players like Martin Odegaard and Kai Havertz is beautiful to watch. But beyond the technical stuff, Jesus brings an intensity and aggression that Arsenal sometimes lacks. He's a fighter, he's always pressing, always harassing defenders, and that energy is contagious. The Brazilian has been working his way back from a knee issue, and reports suggest he's now fully fit and ready to contribute. For Arsenal's system to work at its best, they need a mobile, intelligent striker who can drop deep, play on the shoulder, and finish chances. Jesus ticks all those boxes. Against Sunderland, his experience will be vital. Cup competitions can be tricky, and having someone who's won titles and knows how to navigate these matches could be the difference between a comfortable win and a frustrating upset. Jurrien Timber's return is absolutely huge for Arsenal's defensive stability. The Dutch defender arrived last summer with massive expectations, only to suffer a serious injury that's kept him out for most of the season. But now he's back, and he's been looking really impressive in his recent appearances. Timber is so versatile. He can play right back, left back, or even centre back. His ability to step into midfield with the ball and progress play is something Arsenal really values in their defenders. What's really exciting about Timber is his defensive quality combined with his technical ability. He's aggressive in 1-versus-1 situations, he reads the game brilliantly, and he's comfortable under pressure. As Arsenal continues to evolve under Arteta, having defenders who can play football is essential. Timber fits that profile perfectly. His return gives Arteta so many more tactical options. He can rotate players, change formations, and manage the workload across a busy schedule. For a match like Sunderland, having Timber available means Arsenal can rest some key defenders without weakening the team. Now let's address some of the other names floating around in the title. There's been speculation about Crystal Palace's Eze and various other players, but let's be clear about what's actually happening versus what's rumor and speculation. Eze is an exceptional talent, no question. His dribbling ability, his creativity, and his eye for goal make him one of the most exciting players in the Premier League. Arsenal have been linked with him, and it makes sense. He's exactly the type of player who could add another dimension to this squad. However, any potential move for Eze or other targets would likely happen in the summer transfer window rather than immediately. Arsenal are focused on the here and now, on getting their current squad firing on all cylinders and competing for trophies. That said, the club is always planning ahead, always identifying players who could strengthen the squad. Eze certainly fits that profile, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Right now, it's about maximizing what we have, and with so many players returning from injury, Arsenal's squad is starting to look really strong again. Speaking of returning players, Kai Havertz deserves a mention here. He's been carrying a knock recently, but is expected to be fully fit for the upcoming matches. Havertz has been a revelation this season. When Arsenal signed him, there were plenty of doubters. People questioned whether he could adapt, whether he was physical enough for the Premier League, whether he could deliver consistently. Well, he's answered all those questions emphatically. His performances in midfield and as a striker have been excellent. He's scoring goals, creating chances, and his understanding with his teammates gets better every week. Against Sunderland, Havertz could be key. His aerial presence, his ability to hold the ball up, and his intelligence in finding space will be important against a team that will be incredibly motivated. Cup upsets happen when favourites underestimate their opponents or when the underdogs bring an intensity that catches the bigger team off guard. Having players like Havertz who understand the importance of these matches and bring professionalism and focus helps ensure Arsenal don't fall into that trap. Let's talk about Eze Gyökeres for a moment, because his name has been mentioned in connection with Arsenal recently. The Sporting Lisbon striker has been absolutely sensational this season, scoring goals for fun in Portugal and in European competition. He's strong, he's quick, he's clinical, and he fits the profile of striker that Arsenal might be looking for in the future. Now, is he joining Arsenal immediately? Almost certainly not. But it's clear the club is monitoring him, along with several other striker options. The reality is that Arsenal will likely strengthen their striking options in the summer. While Jesus and Havertz have done well, having another elite finisher would give Arsenal even more firepower in their pursuit of the Premier League title and success in Europe. Gyökeres is one name on a list that probably includes several options. The recruitment team will be doing their homework, watching these players closely and identifying who best fits Arsenal's system and culture. Now let's focus on the Sunderland match itself. On paper, this should be a straightforward win for Arsenal. Sunderland are currently in the Championship, and while they're having a decent season, the gap in quality between the two squads is significant. However, cup competitions have a way of producing surprises. Lower league teams raise their game, they play without fear, and they have nothing to lose. Arsenal need to approach this match with complete focus and professionalism. The good news is that with so many players returning, Arteta has options. He can field a strong team while still rotating some players who need rest. He can bring players on from the bench to change the game if needed. Depth has been Arsenal's challenge at times this season, so having that depth back is massive. The key will be starting strong, setting the tempo, and not allowing Sunderland to believe they can cause an upset. Tactically, Arsenal will likely dominate possession and create plenty of chances. The challenge will be breaking down a team that will sit deep and defend in numbers. This is where players like Saka, Trossard and Odegaard become so important. Their ability to unlock defenses with a moment of brilliance, to slip a pass through a tight space, or to create something from nothing is what separates good teams from great teams. Arsenal have those players, and now they're getting healthier at just the right time. Looking at the bigger picture, these returning players come at a crucial moment in the season. Arsenal are still competing on multiple fronts. The Premier League title race is heating up, European competition is on the horizon, and cup competitions offer realistic chances for silverware. Having a fully fit squad gives Arsenal the best possible chance of achieving their goals. Squad depth will be tested over the coming weeks and months, and the teams that manage their squads best usually come out on top. The psychological boost of having these players back can't be underestimated either. When you're in the dressing room and you look around and see Saka, Jesus, Trossard and Timber all fit and ready to go, that breeds confidence. Players know they have quality around them, they know they can trust their teammates, and that collective belief is powerful. Arsenal have been building something special under Arteta, and moments like this, when the squad comes together at full strength, are when you see the fruits of that labor. For Arsenal fans, this is the news you've been waiting for. After weeks of worrying about injuries and depth, finally there's light at the end of the tunnel. The schedule doesn't get any easier, but with these players returning, Arsenal are equipped to handle whatever comes their way. The Sunderland match is the perfect opportunity to build momentum, get minutes into returning players, and send a message that Arsenal are ready for the challenges ahead. So there you have it, a complete breakdown of Arsenal's injury situation, the returning stars, and what it all means for the upcoming fixtures. The timing is perfect, the squad is getting stronger, and Arsenal fans have every reason to be excited. This is the business end of the season, and having your best players available is absolutely crucial. Sunderland better be ready because Arsenal are coming in hot with a squad that's looking dangerous. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you in the comments. Which returning player are you most excited to see back in action? Are you confident Arsenal will cruise past Sunderland, or do you think there could be a potential upset? Drop your predictions and thoughts down below. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want more Arsenal content every single day, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. We're building an amazing community here, and I want you to be part of it. Share this video with your fellow Arsenal fans, give it a thumbs up if you found it valuable, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Come on, you Gunners.